In the sacred stillness of this present moment, let us embark on a journey of profound self-discovery, a journey that will guide us towards the liberation of our minds and the transcendence of the self-limiting beliefs that have held us captive for far too long. Take a deep breath and allow the weight of the world to gently fall away, if only for these few precious moments. Feel the tension in your body begin to dissipate as you surrender to the rhythm of your breath and the stillness that permeates this sacred space. For it is in this state of profound presence and awareness that we catch glimpses of the vast, limitless expanse of our true nature, a nature that exists beyond the confines of our conditioned minds and the self-imposed barriers that have shackled us to a life of limitation and unfulfillment. Imagine the freedom that awaits you when you dare to step beyond the veil of these limiting beliefs, beliefs that have been etched into the very fabric of your consciousness through years of conditioning and societal programming, beliefs that have whispered insidious lies into the depths of your psyche, convincing you that you are not worthy, not capable, or not deserving of the abundance and fulfillment that is your birthright. Yet in this sacred space of stillness and introspection, we bear witness to the fallacy of these beliefs, for in the silence, we come face to face with the fundamental truth that we are not these limiting narratives we have adopted. We are something far greater, something infinitely more expansive and limitless. We are beings of boundless potential, co-creators in the vast, ever-unfolding tapestry of existence, endowed with the power to shape and mold our reality in alignment with our deepest desires and aspirations. And it is only when we shed the layers of these self-limiting beliefs that we can truly step into our highest expression and unleash the full force of our creative potential. So, take another deep breath and allow yourself to sink deeper into this state of profound presence and awareness. Feel the weight of these limiting beliefs begin to dissolve as you open your heart and mind to the infinite possibilities that await you on the other side of this journey. Imagine the liberation that arises when you let go of the belief that you are not enough, that pervasive narrative that has convinced you that your worth is contingent upon external validation or the attainment of some elusive standard of perfection. In this sacred space, you are reminded that your inherent value and worth are not derived from any external source, but rather they radiate from the very core of your being, inextricably woven into the fabric of your soul. You are enough exactly as you are in this present moment, a divine spark of infinite potential, a manifestation of the boundless creative energy that permeates every aspect of the cosmos. And as you embrace this profound truth, you begin to shed the limiting belief that you are powerless, that narrative that has convinced you that your circumstances are beyond your control, and that you are merely a passive observer in the unfolding of your life's journey. In this sacred space, you awaken to the understanding that you are a co-creator, a powerful force of manifestation and transformation, endowed with the ability to shape and mold your reality in alignment with your deepest desires and intentions. The world around you is but a canvas upon which you can paint the masterpiece of your choosing, limited only by the boundaries of your own imagination and belief. So, let go of the limiting belief that your dreams are unattainable or that your aspirations are mere fantasies. For in this space of profound presence and awareness, you are reminded that the only true limitations are those that you impose upon yourself through the lens of your conditioned mind. Embrace the limitless potential that resides within you and watch as the barriers between your desires and their manifestation begin to dissolve, revealing a path of effortless unfoldment and boundless possibility. And as you continue to shed these layers of self-limiting beliefs, you will find yourself liberated from the shackles of fear and doubt that have held you back for far too long. The belief that you are not worthy of taking risks or pursuing your passions will fade into insignificance, replaced by a deep-rooted sense of courage and a willingness to step boldly into the unknown, fueled by an unwavering trust in your ability to co-create the life of your dreams. In this sacred space, you are reminded that the path to true fulfillment and self-actualization is not one of playing it safe or adhering to the confines of societal expectations, but it is a journey of radical self-expression and authenticity, a journey that requires you to shed the limiting beliefs that have kept you small and to embrace the fullness of your divine potential. So let go of the belief that you must conform to the expectations of others or that you must sacrifice your deepest desires and passions in order to find acceptance and belonging. For in this space of profound presence, you are reminded that true belonging arises from the radical acceptance and celebration of your authentic self, a self that is free from the chains of limiting beliefs and societal conditioning. Embrace the beauty and uniqueness of your individual expression and watch as the world around you shifts to reflect the vibrant tapestry of your newly liberated consciousness. And as you continue to shed these self-limiting beliefs, one by one, you will find yourself surrounded by a community of like-minded individuals, each on their own journey of self-discovery and personal transformation. Together, you will form a powerful collective, supporting and uplifting one another as you navigate the challenges and triumphs that inevitably arise along the way. Imagine the strength and resilience that emerges from this shared experience, a bond forged in the fires of vulnerability, growth, and a deep commitment to living life in alignment with your highest truth. In these sacred spaces, you will find the courage to shed the final layers of conditioning and self-limiting beliefs that once held you back, embracing your authentic self with a sense of radical self-acceptance and self-love. And as you bear witness to the transformations unfolding within yourself and those around you, a profound sense of gratitude and awe will permeate your being. For in these moments, you will recognize the profound gift that this journey of self-discovery has bestowed upon you. The gift of liberation, the gift of self-acceptance, and the gift of aligning with the boundless creative potential that resides within the very core of your being. It is a gift that transcends the fleeting pursuits of material wealth or external validation, for it is a gift that touches the very essence of who you are. A gift that empowers you to step into your highest expression and to co-create a life that is a true reflection of your deepest values, passions, and aspirations. So let us boldly continue on this path of self-discovery and self-liberation, fearlessly confronting the challenges that arise and holding space for one another as we navigate this sacred journey. For in this collective embrace of presence, self-awareness, and authenticity, we unlock the keys to a life of profound fulfillment, resilience, and self-actualization, a life that radiates from within and touches all those we encounter along the way, inspiring them to awaken to their own limitless potential and to shed the self-limiting beliefs that have kept them bound. And as we walk this path together, let us celebrate the beauty and wisdom that arise from this practice of radical self-acceptance and self-love, honoring the profound impact that this journey can have on our personal growth, our relationships, our professional endeavors, and our collective pursuit of a more just, compassionate, and sustainable world. For it is in these moments of profound self-awareness and liberation that we truly unlock the transformative power within ourselves and within our societies, a power that has the ability to transcend the superficial barriers and limitations that so often divide us, and instead unite us in a shared commitment to upholding the fundamental values of authenticity, empathy, and interconnectedness that lie at the heart of the human experience. This is the sacred journey upon which we have embarked a journey that beckons us to shed the self-limiting beliefs that have kept us bound and to embrace the fullness of our divine potential as co-creators in the vast, ever-unfolding tapestry of existence. So let us answer this call with open hearts and courageous spirits, trusting in the infinite wisdom and guidance that resides within each of us, and allowing this journey to unfold in perfect alignment with the highest good of all. For in this space of profound presence and self-acceptance, we discover the true meaning of liberation, a liberation that extends far beyond the mere shedding of limiting beliefs, but instead touches the very depths of our souls, empowering us to step into our highest expression and to co-create a reality that is a true reflection of our limitless potential and our deepest aspirations for a more just, compassionate, and sustainable world. This is the profound gift that awaits us on the other side of this journey of self-liberation, a gift that transcends the boundaries of individual growth and self-actualization and instead radiates outward, touching and transforming the very fabric of our societies and the world we inhabit. For when we shed the self-limiting beliefs that have kept us bound, we awaken to the understanding that our personal liberation is inextricably intertwined with the collective liberation of all beings. We come to recognize that the barriers and divisions that have fragmented our world are mere illusions, born from the collective embrace of limiting narratives and conditioned ways of being. But in this sacred space of self-awareness and authenticity, we catch glimpses of the fundamental truth that we are all interconnected, threads in the vast, ever-unfolding tapestry of existence, co-creators in the grand cosmic dance that shapes and molds the reality we inhabit. Imagine the profound impact we could have on the world around us if we collectively embraced this profound truth, if we dared to shed the self-limiting beliefs that have kept us trapped in cycles of fear, scarcity, and separate, and instead stepped into our highest expression as ambassadors of love, compassion, and unity. In this liberated state of being, we would bear witness to the dissolution of the barriers that have divided us along lines of race, religion, nationality, and ideology, for in the absence of limiting beliefs, we would come to recognize that these divisions are mere constructs, illusions that have served to obscure the fundamental truth of our interconnectedness and our shared humanity. Instead, we would cultivate a deep sense of empathy and understanding, honoring the inherent worth and dignity of all beings and recognizing that our individual liberation is contingent upon the liberation of all. We would move through the world with open hearts and open minds, seeking to build bridges of understanding and cooperation, and to uplift those who have been marginalized or oppressed by the weight of limiting beliefs and outdated paradigms. In this liberated state, we would embrace a mindset of abundance and possibility, recognizing that the resources of our world are not finite, but rather are limitless potentialities waiting to be co-created and brought into manifestation through the power of our collective consciousness and intention. Imagine the transformative impact this shift in consciousness could have on our approach to environmental stewardship and sustainability. No longer would we view our planet as a resource to be exploited and consumed, but rather as a sacred vessel, a living, breathing entity that sustains and nurtures all life and upon which our very existence depends. With this understanding, we would approach our interactions with the natural world from a place of reverence and reciprocity, seeking to live in harmony with the rhythms and cycles of our planet, and ensuring that our actions serve to regenerate and replenish the delicate ecosystems that support us. We would embrace sustainable practices not out of a sense of obligation or duty, but out of a deep-rooted understanding that our well-being is inextricably linked to the well-being of our world. And in this spirit of unity and interconnectedness, we would come together as a global community, transcending the boundaries of nation-states and political ideologies to co-create innovative solutions that address the pressing environmental challenges of our time. But our collective liberation would not only transform our relationship with the natural world, but it would also reshape the very foundations of our social and economic structures. For in the absence of self-limiting beliefs, we would come to recognize that the systems and institutions that govern our societies are mere reflections of our collective consciousness, and that true and lasting change can only arise from a fundamental shift in our way of being. Imagine a world where our economic paradigms are no longer rooted in the limiting beliefs of scarcity, competition, and exploitation, but instead are built upon the principles of collaboration, regeneration, and the equitable distribution of resources. In this liberated state, we would embrace economic models that prioritize the well-being of all beings, recognizing that true prosperity arises not from the accumulation of material wealth, but from the cultivation of thriving and resilient communities where every individual has the opportunity to access the resources and support they need to live a life of dignity and fulfillment. We would move beyond the limiting belief that financial gain and profit must come at the expense of human rights, environmental degradation, or the exploitation of vulnerable populations. Instead, we would seek to create economic systems that uplift and empower, systems that incentivize regenerative practices and the ethical treatment of all beings, and that prioritize the long-term sustainability and well-being of our world over short. And in this spirit of collective liberation, we would bear witness to a renaissance of creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship. A renaissance fueled not by the pursuit of personal wealth or status, but by a genuine desire to contribute something of value to the world, to solve pressing challenges, and to uplift the lives of others. Imagine the transformative impact this shift in consciousness could have on our approach to education, healthcare, and social support systems. No longer would these essential services be viewed as commodities to be bought and sold, or as privileges reserved only for the wealthy and privileged few. Instead, we would embrace the fundamental understanding that access to quality education, healthcare, and social support is a fundamental human right, a right that is inextricably linked to our collective well-being and the realization of our full. In this liberated state, we would co-create educational models that nurture the unique gifts and talents of each individual, empowering them to pursue their passions and to contribute their unique perspectives and abilities to the betterment of our world. We would prioritize holistic learning experiences that cultivate not only academic excellence, but also emotional intelligence, creativity, and a deep sense of global citizenship and social responsibility. Our healthcare systems would be rooted in the principles of compassion, holistic well-being, and preventative care, recognizing that true health is not merely the absence of disease, but a state of physical, mental, and spiritual balance that allows us to thrive and reach our full potential. And our social support systems would be designed not merely to provide a safety net, but to uplift and empower individuals, offering them the resources, guidance, and support they need to overcome challenges, pursue their dreams, and contribute their unique gifts to the world around them. In this liberated state, we would move beyond the limiting beliefs that have perpetuated cycles of poverty, marginalization, and systemic oppression, and instead embrace a vision of a just and equitable society, a society where every individual has the opportunity to access the resources and support they need to live a life of dignity, fulfillment, and self. And as we co-create these transformative systems and structures, we would bear witness to a profound shift in the way we approach our interpersonal relationships and our sense of community. For in the absence of self-limiting beliefs, we would cultivate a deep sense of empathy, compassion, and interconnectedness that would permeate every aspect of our interactions with others. Imagine a world where our relationships are built upon a foundation of mutual understanding, respect, and a genuine desire to uplift and support one another on our individual journeys of growth and self-discovery. A world where we move beyond the limiting beliefs of competition and scarcity and instead embrace a mindset of abundance and collaboration, recognizing that our individual success is contingent upon the success of those around us. In this liberated state, we would form powerful communities of support and accountability, holding space for one another as we navigate the challenges and triumphs of life's journey. We would celebrate our differences and our unique perspectives, understanding that it is through the tapestry of our diversity that we co-create a rich and vibrant world, a world that reflects the boundless creativity and potential of the human spirit. And within these communities, we would cultivate a deep sense of belonging and purpose, recognizing that our individual journeys are threads in the vast, ever-unfolding tapestry of existence, and that our actions and choices have the power to shape and mold the world we inhabit, a world that we are co-creating together with every breath, every thought, and every intentional act. So let us boldly continue on this path of self-liberation and collective transformation, fearlessly confronting the challenges that arise and holding space for one another as we navigate this sacred journey. For in this collective embrace of presence, self-awareness, and authenticity, we unlock the keys to co-creating a reality that is a true reflection of our limitless potential and our deepest aspirations for a more just, compassionate, and sustainable world. And as we walk this path together, let us celebrate the beauty and wisdom that arise from this practice of radical self-acceptance and collective liberation, honoring the profound impact that this journey can have on our personal growth, our relationships, our professional endeavors, and our collective pursuit of a world that uplifts and empowers all